They had no idea that Ding Ding was going to be taken to a laboratory for research. When the team stopped their car to buy food at a supermarket, Ding Ding broke free from his cage and leapt out of the vehicle. Anna, who witnessed the whole thing, didn't stop him. Instead, a relieved smile appeared on her face. By the time the other team members returned, Ding Ding was gone. Once they had left, he emerged from the bushes, shifted his body, and slowly made his way toward the sea. His steps were slow, but they never stopped for even a second, because he knew someone was waiting for him far away. However, when he reached the coast, he was blocked by a cliff. Though he carefully tried to descend, he fell and hit the rocky base below. On the other side, Grandpa Joe and his family waited from morning until dusk, but Ding Ding never showed up. Meanwhile, Ding Ding struggled to get back up, pushing through the pain in his body. With determination, he leapt into the sea. The pain couldn't stop him from seeing Grandpa Joe. Though weak and barely able to swim, he pressed forward with all his remaining strength. The next morning, many people gathered at the church to pray for Ding Ding's safe return. What they didn't know was that Ding Ding was badly injured, too weak to swim on his own. He could only drift with the current, guided by instinct. Without hesitation, Grandpa Joe went out to search for Ding Ding in the darkness. When his friend heard of Joe's determination, he immediately ordered people to prepare a boat, and they set out that same night. They rowed a small boat, calling out Ding Ding's name into the dim light, hoping for a miracle. But after searching all night, they found nothing. Grandpa Joe's hope began to fade. Seeing the heartbreak in Joe's eyes, his friend suggested they search behind the island. The search continued until dawn. When the sun rose, Grandpa Joe spotted a dark shadow in the water. Unable to wait for the boat to get closer, he jumped into the sea and swam toward it. At that moment, a hidden strength within him surged. His effort paid off. After pulling Ding Ding aboard, Joe was completely exhausted and could only climb back onto the boat with his friend's help. But Ding Ding wasn't moving. Grandpa Joe held him tightly, apologizing as if blaming himself for what had happened. Tears of sorrow filled his eyes as he prayed to God to bring Ding Ding back. Then, suddenly, Ding Ding's eyes twitched. His friend quickly handed over a small fish, and miraculously, Ding Ding ate it. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. The little penguin had returned. 6 months later, Ding Ding, fully recovered, began his journey back to Argentina. As always, before leaving, he seemed to say goodbye to Grandpa Joe. "See you again, my friend."